Hey there, today we are discussing Lesson 68, A Course in Miracles, Love Holds No Grievances, period. Quote, you who were created by love itself can hold no grievances and know yourself. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. And we all know, or hopefully think, that God is love. Our creator, our source is pure love, and it loves you unconditionally, doesn't hold resentments and grievances about people. That's why I always thought in organized religion, I was like, what, is God up there like with a list and making tick marks against people's name for things they did, and how is it determined if you can get into heaven? I always thought that was insane. So it is nice to think that, no, God is just omnipresent, all-loving, all-forgiving person, or entity, I'll say that. And we're part of God, which means we are the same. So when we get caught up in our resentments and grievances towards other people, we're not really acting in accordance with who we are. And I'm sure we've all heard the analogy, like all these grievances and resentments are like us lugging around this huge backpack full of rocks. They're heavy. They make us tired and exhausted and pissed off. And we just lug them around because we feel like we're justified, or if we let them go, then the other person wins or something, when in reality, it just hurts us to lug the shit around. But the biggest eye-opener for me is, even if I say, oh, I'm so tired, I know this isn't healthy, I'm going to set this down, I give it up to God or the Creator. That's great. But because this is a long ingrained pattern of thought, I've had this grievance towards whoever for probably years that I can pull it back up in my memory bank. In order to fully kind of let that go and not be activated by it, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, do more than one rep. So I should not be surprised when, instead of a bag of rocks, it's like a boomerang. I can set it down, and then 5 minutes later, it might come back again. I might be triggered again. I might think of it again. This might happen 5 hours later, 5 days later, 5 months later, 5 years later. Who knows? But most likely, it's coming back around, and we have to be strong enough to catch that boomerang, and just say, oh, here it is again. And instead of feeding the pattern with, oh yeah, I'm going to replay that again, and I'm going to get activated and remember how righteous and justified I am and what an asshole that person was to me. No, you're not going to do that. You're just going to catch it, say, here it is again. I'm not going to do this right now. And redirect yourself, take a breath, maybe start humming, have a yawn, think of something to be grateful for, move your body, anything but give your energy and focus to this situation. And like most things, it will subside and you'll move on throughout your day. You just can't be shocked or surprised or pissed off when it keeps coming back around. It just means you have another opportunity to let it go. And eventually, when you do enough reps, this shit is going to lose its power and you won't be as activated, and the hope is eventually you won't be activated by it, and that's where you want to wind up. But it is going to take repetitions, and don't be surprised when it comes back around. Just catch it, move on. Don't feed it. So, love holds no grievances. That is a great place to be, and that means that peace can enter your life more fully. So, this has gotten long, and I'm going to move on with my day. Have a good one.